Hi.
Hi. Happy Wednesday.
Yeah, happy Wednesday.
I always try to act like I am just seeing you guys for the first time, but in reality, we've been together for a few minutes already. So hi again.
And we've seen each other multiple times today, too.
Yes. Yeah. It's our third time, maybe.
Yeah.
What are you sipping on, Janelle?
So this is broth. Just broth. But it's I'm fasting today, but you can have broth, so it's beef. It's like beef broth. And it's actually really good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Carly, you drinking anything right now?
Just some water in my new Stanley cup.
It is beautiful. We were admiring this cup.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
So pretty.
I
What about you, Grace?
got a chai.
You
But
did?
it's very light, so there's not much chai in there. But I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be that way. It's still good.
How do you order your chai? How do you order chai?
I just ordered it as it, like I just said, iced chai latte, whole milk. And this is what they gave me. So, but I got here at 8. No, I got here at 7:30 this morning. And my first coffee, I feel paid for my first half of the day. And then I'm like, okay, if I'm going to stay here 8 hours total, I might as well pay them for it. So it's kind of a pity chai.
No.
What are we talking about today?
You tell us.
Okay. So
This already started.
we
Tell me
are talking.
what I need to say.
Yeah, so we wanted to talk about kind of the day in our lives. So everyone has their habits and routines and rituals and all of that. And so we thought it would be fun to kind of talk about ours. I don't really know what you guys, I kind of know what you guys do outside of work and even during work, but I'm sure I don't know everything, and I'm curious to learn. I also think it'd be fun if you're watching live or watching the replay, you should chime in. Want to learn about you guys too, and be fun. So I guess kind of to kick us off, Carly, how do you start your day? How do you set yourself up for
So I have 2 very small children. One is a little over 18 months and the other will be 4. So I try to start my day. It doesn't always happen this way before they wake up, at least a half-hour buffer. So especially on the daycare days, they go 3 days a week. I try to get up at 6:30, give myself some mental time to get together, and I get them up at 7 and they're out the door and at daycare no later than 8. So we have a whirlwind hour in the morning. And then I come home and get some coffee, take care of the dog, and get myself set up for our mortgage day. And then that day's pretty structured. We have our meeting, everything. I mean, it can get a little crazy with pre-approvals.
Yes.
And
Thanks, Greg. By the way.
Morning.
But then right at 5 o'clock, I switch gears. So
Yeah. Okay, so we'll loop back around to your evening. We're gonna
Wait,
yes.
So you get the kids ready with no coffee. That was the thing that I picked up.
I do. I like to sit and enjoy my coffee. I can't just get up, drink my coffee and do that. I want to savor it.
Yeah.
So I wait until the chaos has ended. I do have them home 2 days a week, so I get them milk and orange juice and things of that nature, and then I can sit and have my coffee to start my day. So
That's what you learned this morning to not get something from Dunkin'.
It was awful.
Was it? Oh no.
It was their pumpkin spice latte. I decided that I was going to be economically smart, and I was I'll go to Dunkin' instead of Starbucks and I'll get a coffee from them. 1, it was only 25 cents cheaper, and 2, it was awful. It was the worst latte I've ever had. I drank it, but I didn't like it.
See, that's honorable to me. If I didn't like it, I would not have finished it. So good on you.
I don't have any more coffee in the house, so it was either that or nothing at that point because I have 1 child home sick, so I didn't want to run back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Janelle, how do you get your day started? I feel you're a pretty consistent creature of habit. Is this true?
Well, I I feel like I am, but I change my routine often. So when I am like in a certain group, I do that for a while, but then I get like bored with that like routine and I'll mix it up a little bit. So I currently roll out of bed about like maybe just before 7 about, and I start my tea. I get my tea like going because it has to brew for like a full 6 minutes for full tangerine flavor. And then I sometimes will turn the fireplace on for a few minutes to get like that warmth in the house, like that cozy warmth. And then I get dressed to work out. And I also weigh myself every morning before I work out so that I get a consistent like track on that, like the same time every day. And then I work out from 7:30 to 8. Currently on like Zoom with a group friends.
Do you like that, doing that over Zoom?
I do. I go through phases. So like I'm sure this phase could come to an end where I'm like I gotta be in the gym again. You know, I am like I like variety. So my routines do change, but like once I'm in one phase for a while, I stick there for a number of months probably. But I've been doing this workout routine since I think like May. So it's been a pretty long time. Yeah.
Good stretch.
30 minutes. It's perfect like timing. Wakes me up. I used to get my tea after and sometimes still do, but like I've been waking up a little bit earlier, so I like to have my tea first.
Do you do your workout routine only on the weekdays or do you do it on the weekends too? Like every day?
Really just weekdays.
Okay.
I give myself a gift of not working out usually on Saturday and Sunday.
Good for you.
Yeah. So that's nice.
So do you go right into work from there?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'll take my time but get over to my desk and then start to at least like make notes for things for our morning meeting that starts at 8:30. So yeah, that's my morning.
Good stuff.
My early morning.
Yeah.
How about you?
I have lately been waking up between like 6 and 6:30. I don't always like get out of bed like right in that time frame, but I try to. And I usually eat breakfast with my husband. Like we cook breakfast together, my husband and I eat together. And after that, yeah, it's like as I've said other times, we're living with family right now. And so I try to like get in and out of the kitchen really quick because like other people are also doing their morning routines. So we usually have breakfast together and then I'll usually either like read and journal for a little bit or take a walk, like one of those if I have like enough time in the morning to do that. And then I make my coffee before our morning call always. I can't like starting our call feels really wrong without coffee. And the times that I've like been like, no, you can do it. Just I don't feel right afterwards. And it's not like it wakes me up for the call. It's like I just have to have it as like a comfort thing. Yeah. And something I look forward to. So always coffee's in there. And then more recently I've been getting on my computer a little earlier just to, similar to what you said, like just prepare for our morning meeting, have everything kind of lined up so I'm not just like jumping into the day, but I at least can kind of see what's coming. And so yeah, that's been my morning routine lately in our current life season. It's working out okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pictured you and Sam like being, so do you cook breakfast together like in the kitchen, eat in the kitchen like by yourselves and then skedaddle out of there?
What do? We cook together in the kitchen and then we either like we'll eat in the kitchen too, or we the one piece of furniture we brought down from Maryland was our couch, and so we have like in like an extra room in his parents' house. We've kind of made that our living room, and so just our couch is in there. And so we'll like sometimes just sit in there. It's still like open to the rest of the house, but it feels a little different than like our bedroom or the kitchen. So,
I love that. Sam and Grace time in the morning.
it's
That's
nice.
really sweet.
But he's way better at like getting right out of bed when his alarm goes off. So sometimes I miss him. Like this week, he has been getting up and eating his breakfast before I have like gotten out of bed.
Yeah.
And he starts his workout like right then. And so, anyways, I'm trying to catch up to him again. But yeah,
That
so
happens.
yes, that's morning. So I guess Carly, what like routines do you kind of have for your work day and habits that you like found helpful?
So we have our morning call, and I pretty much structure my day around the morning call because that's where we kind of like discuss like what's most important for the day. And then I'll kind of see where I can fit in like my campaign workflows, which is like for our events and things like that. Making sure that I make contact with people who are under contract and everything. I fit it into depending on how that goes. And then now recently we started our like 90-day challenge. So that has shifted my workday a little bit. But I feel like it's more organized actually.
Do you guys want to like real quick summarize the 90-day challenge?
Yeah.
For our viewers?
Sure. You want me to do it? Okay, so we decided that we were going to hold a realtor accountability group, and it was very spur of the moment, just like a lot of things. All of the ideas that I have can be spur of the moment like that. And we just decided to go for it. So like 2 weeks ago I was like, let's do an accountability group for realtors and we'll do it too. And that would help like with our consistency and time blocking and structuring our day. Because I do have that in my calendar, but I would give myself like a C+ for like maintaining it like over the long term. So I wanted to get better at it. And I thought it was a perfect opportunity to help agents do the same, because it's really easy in this business if you have total freedom to like think you can always do everything later, and it sometimes later just becomes like never. So I just thought it'd be a really good idea. So we have agents that we're doing this group with. So we ask them their goals. We get on a Zoom once a week and kind of mastermind about their goals and ideas, like idea sharing. And then every day from 9:30 to 11:30, we have a time where we all get on Zoom, put ourselves on mute, and we call it prospecting. And we called it Call Stars. And we just get on and we're just here. It's kind of like being in an office. It's like the same kind of energy without having to leave your home, because most of us do work from home. So that kind of sums it up without giving like all the details, but yeah,
for sure.
So it's been a nice change, I think.
Yeah, so that is what Carly's referring to, is like it's 2 hours every morning and we're all on that call together. And so that's like a relatively new thing for our workday routines.
Yes, but I feel like it's been good. I feel like it's allowed me to like, it actually has forced me to time block better. Yeah. Which I actually like, because I'm a very structured person. So
yeah, it's good for me, because I'm not actually that structured. I'm pretty much like a free spirit, but I need structure to like survive.
I think this industry makes it tricky. It's like it is kind of a type of industry where you have to be ready to jump and put out fires here and there, which can make time blocking difficult, but it's also really important to time block so you can actually get your kind of staples done. But it's not easy, I don't think.
No, I try to write down every morning. This is something that I do too. Like before we even get on our call, I have like certain things that I know I need to do every day. I need to check on our campaigns. I need to check on my monthly current contracts or what's due. Check in with people. We have a home bot that I check. So I have those written down every day, and then I write a list based on our call. And I love to just like check them off through the day. Whether like I followed my time block exactly or not, at least I know that they're getting checked off through the day.
Those check marks are very satisfying.
I hit every single one yesterday and I felt so good.
Oh my gosh.
So good. All right, who's next?
That is how the time blocking makes me feel. I feel like, oh my gosh, I got like so much done in 2 hours. Like, so I don't like carry like anxiety about like not having really accomplished much. Work wise. If like the day goes off the rails or something, like we're pretty committed to that block. So
it is nice when you, like, for instance, some tasks that I time block for, it's like it might be a task that I see coming and I know it needs to happen, and before I time blocked for it, it was just like kind of hanging over me, like, when am I going to find time to do this? How can I squeeze it in? But now to have a time blocked, 2 hours to work on something specific, it's kind of like, I'm not going to worry about it today because I time block for that tomorrow, and you can kind of like put it out of your mind because you're going to get to it.
And yeah, it's going to get done. I love that. Yes. So how does your day look? Tell us about you.
Today, I am constantly like restructuring my schedule. It feels like for the work day, but I try to like start looking at work around like between 7:30 and 8, just to prepare. And then similarly to Carly, and Janelle's gonna have a similar answer, we have a team call at 8:30, and then we do our prospecting time blocking from 9:30 to 11:30. And then I actually have another time block from 11:30 to 1:30 where I'm working on like my own list of tasks, usually having to do with either like production and pipeline management or admin, like administrative tasks. And then every other day, my time blocking during that period will be related to content creation. So that's been a nice shift for me because kind of like I just described, if I can't get around to a lot of content one day, I know, well, tomorrow for 2 hours, I get to work on that. So it's okay. And then 2 days out of the week, this is kind of particular to this season because we don't have our own home right now. I try to work out of the house like at least 2 times a week just for a change of scenery, to feel like I have more of a workspace. Like I don't have an office at the house we're in right now. So so like today is one of those days. Obviously this is not where I live, but it's been nice and I really look forward to that. And then if I have any tasks that might require me like running to the store, like for instance today I'm going to pick up some gift cards, then I can just knock that out on my drive to or from the coffee shop. So that works out. And then my other, I haven't been doing this as much lately, but I will be able to because it's kind of cooling down here a little bit. Just taking like a midday walk just to get some sun in my eyes and move my body a little bit. So that's my other habit. And then the afternoons are kind of toss up. They're kind of like doing what needs to be done. And so those are not as structured, but they're important, chunks of time. So yeah, then I think we all try to wind down around 5 o'clock. And yeah, that's my work day. So, yeah. How about you?
Oh, my work day?
Yeah. What like?
So I do a variety of things, but the Zoom meeting at 8:30, and then we get on a 9:30 to 11:30 time block right now, and we probably will continue with it because we're going to continue this program with new agents hopefully every quarter. Hey Kelly. And then I'm trying to think. So lately I've been trying to get out of the office more, like meeting agents in person, networking, meeting new business owners, and different things like that, where I'm shaking more people's hands and seeing more people's faces in person. And I do try to, in the afternoon, there would be like buyers consultations. I get a lot of like calls just because everybody that calls our company comes through my cell. So I'm handling like a lot of like the facilitating of where those things need to go. And then we're in constant communication by like text and everything. And then I also do like a lot of admin stuff, like expense reports, payroll, depositing of checks, like those types of things have to get done. Business planning, and yeah, that's a big part of what my days look like.
Yeah. So we got some
I have gotten into I have noticed lately I've been sitting like for way too long periods of time, so that's not really good for my body. So I do need to like get up and at least like walk outside and back so that I just like move my legs.
Yeah.
But that's tough sometimes. You get into a groove and you're just like sitting there all day.
You shared an interesting graphic maybe today, I think, about, kind of productivity, and how it might be more productive to like work for 40 minutes and then take a short break and then another 40 minutes and just cycle that, rather than like, I forget what it was comparing it to, like 6 hours at a time or something like that.
Yeah, so the guy was saying like instead of time blocking, was it time blocking? He was saying energy block maybe.
Yeah.
I forget exactly. I might not have the right wording, but I do operate a lot like that. Like I will get up and then come back like real quick and then come back. Like maybe take like a 10-minute break, work for like 40-minute spurts and take a 10-minute break. To not like lose, like not to like burn up all my like energy. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah.
So I'm like a stop starter, but one thing that I don't do well is like if I have to leave and come back, it takes me a while to like get back into like the total groove of like what needs to get done. So I try to limit my days out of the office too, so that I'm not going out every single day, because I do know that doesn't work well for me. So anytime I have things. What?
I was just gonna say, like, if people could see our group chat, like just the gigs that it takes up on our phones.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
I know.
it's important information, gifts, we're laughing about stuff, but it's just like the biggest group chat I've ever had.
It never ends.
No.
I lose track and I'm just like, I'll just catch it later. Like when it
like
comes
if it's important, it'll come up again.
Oh, he was saying energy management instead of time management.
Okay.
And his point was, if you focus for 2 hours straight, you'll be tired for the rest of the day. But if you focus for 40 minutes with like 10-minute breaks, you could work more nonstop for a longer period of hours. So I try to work in like 40 to 90 minute spots. I can't usually focus for more than 90 minutes at one time.
Yeah.
But yeah. What else we got? What else do we want to say here?
Hi, Renee.
Hi.
Real quick. Thanks for watching. So, I mean, I think you guys summarized your workday super well. So we could probably move into evening. I'd love to hear, like, when do you guys wrap up? What do you do to kind of wind down? Do you prepare for the next day? All that. Since you just went and out, sorry, I'm calling on you, Carly, again.
Yeah, I was expecting it, actually. So I try to wrap up like right at 5. Sometimes I have like a little bit to finish up, but I try not to go past that if I don't have to. But I pretty much start dinner right away, which if I didn't prep in the morning, I'm like frantically doing that because I try to feed the kids by like 5:30, 6, no later. In that meantime, I try to catch up with Jody because I haven't seen him all day because he wakes up and leaves out the door at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. And then after that, it's kind of like play with the kids, settle down, maybe do yard things if that needs done, get them to a bath, get Jace ready for bed. He goes to bed by 7:30. Then it's Harper's wind down time and she's to bed by 8:30. And then that can take anywhere from like 10 minutes to an hour. She's almost 4. It just depends on the day. And then it's like time for Jody and I to take care of ourselves and also catch up. So we try to go to bed by like 10:30-ish if we can. But yeah, my weeks are just like kind of crazy in the evening, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That sounds really crazy. I used to do that, but that's not my life at all anymore. Yeah. It is crazy.
I love Fridays because it's kind of like that moment of like, okay, no one has to get up early in the morning tomorrow. We can kind of like take our time with dinner a little bit more, catch up. Kids can go to bed a little bit later. So I definitely look forward to like the Friday evening. But the other ones can get a little hairy. I also work another job one night a week. So on those nights, I'm not getting home till like 11 or 12 sometimes. So
Wow.
that's a long day, but it's okay.
Yeah. Wow.
You're super mom.
You are.
You
You're
are.
busy.
Yes.
I try. I live off caffeine. What about you guys?
Yeah.
Well,
How
Ren-
about you, Grace?
Yeah, Renee says Sunday lazy days where working or not for me. Wait, I think I understand that. Yeah, Sunday those are lazy days. I love Sunday afternoons. They are wonderful.
A football Sunday.
Oh, no.
I accidentally removed myself in some of the comment.
I got
I don't
like
know what I'm
panic.
doing.
I'm like, who's gonna run this thing? Like,
Right.
he has the controls.
Oh, man.
I do love
Yes.
like a football lazy Sunday like that though.
Yes.
Especially like in the fall. It's so nice.
Oh
Yeah. Yeah. I also get like that the Sunday scaries. Like
Do you?
when you're Sunday afternoon, it's like, oh, it's almost Monday, and then your brain just starts going into like the work week, trying to like manage that better. But I do experience that sometimes.
Oh yeah.
So like first half of Sunday is great. So yeah, in the evening, I similarly to Carly, I try to finish at 5, but most of the time it like goes a little over just because I'm like I could do more to kind of wrap up. And so after that, lately I have been either walking or working out right after work. Sometimes I'm too hungry and I just gotta eat dinner first. So like it depends which comes first, but lately my husband made me a workout routine that is enjoyable to me, so that's good. And it's pretty quick. Like you said, Janelle, like 30 minutes is a good time for working out. It's hard for me to do like to stay interested longer than that. And it's different every day, which is nice. So yeah, either dinner or the working out. And dinner can be kind of like, I don't have to rush to do that because my husband doesn't get off work until like oftentimes 7 or 7:30. And he works like a half hour away. So some nights he won't get home till 8. So they're a little bit slower the evenings. So I lately have been catching up on Gilmore Girls, or not catching up because that's an old show, but I'm working my way through like the seasons. And I think it's a thing, like people will rewatch the show in the fall once it's autumn. And so I was inspired by that. And it's been nice because it's just such a cozy show.
Is it?
It
Should
is.
I check it out?
I don't know.
I
Because
never-
I don't know if you like I don't know what shows you like, Janelle. Like
I don't know what shows I like
Honestly,
either.
do you watch TV?
you could try.
Not really.
It's like it's a mother and daughter and their relationship over like 7 years, and it all takes place in a small town in Connecticut. Wait, am I wrong? I might be wrong about the state, but in that area. And yeah, and you see the seasons change like in this small town, and it's just a really like cozy show. So but it's funny too. So anyways, I've been watching Gilmore Girls and trying to like even that out with also reading books every now and then, so working on that too. And then in general, like I'm in bed by 10, and I'd like to be asleep by 10, but that just doesn't always happen because I can't actually fall asleep for the night until like Sam's also trying to fall asleep. So with the playoffs right now, like this has not been happening. And it's an exciting time, but I'm ready for like my earlier bedtime. And then outside of that, the only other thing I could think of is like once or twice a week, I have like a church small group kind of thing that I go to. And that's been really nice, like, especially just being newer to the area, like to get out and socialize with people, make friends. That's made a big difference instead of just feeling like stuck at home. Like even just one night a week is so nice to get out and do something. So that's how I wind down, and then you do it again the next day.
Yeah.
How about you? What are your evenings like?
You know, I don't really know my routine right now.
Yeah.
I think part of it is the playoffs. So I don't know that I walk away from my desk at 5, but I do get up for a few minutes. But Greg makes us dinner. So we usually talk about that before he's like on his way home. And he typically makes his dinner, or like lately we've been like cooking dinner on the bonfire, which has been really fun. So I go through these like phases. I'm not sure what's going to be next, but I will update you when it is next. But I do answer a lot of like texts just from like clients and referral partners, quick questions. I'll take calls like for some of our realtor partners that are, you know, have been long-standing partners. And so the goal lately, I try to get 7 hours and 15 minutes of sleep. That is like the goal. So I do better with that when I don't bring my phone to the bedroom. And so I've been working on that lately just because it's like, it's, you know, I'll turn over and like reach for my phone. It's like, it's like an addiction, like probably the rest of us have. But I start to like try to get ready for bed around 8. So really there's not much that happens unless Greg talks me into going for a walk. I've been like kind of in like a very like do nothing at all type of mood, which is like, I'm like, I kind of need to move more than this, but like this always happens to me at the beginning of fall. Like I'm just like, it's like darker later in the morning, it's darker earlier in the day. And I think I'm still adjusting to it. So I've like, he'll be like, do you want to go for a walk? And like, I say no like 9 out of 10 times when I know I should say yes, but I still say no. And then so like sometimes we would be in like a phase where we walk every day, like after dinner. But now it's getting like dark earlier, so we can't fit it in unless it's like a dark walk. But 8 o'clock is about the time that I like take my vitamins, wash my face, put on my pajamas, and try to like, I do have like a whole routine. Like it seems like it takes like 35 minutes to like do all that stuff. And then we have been mostly not watching TV before bed anymore because he gets up so early. Greg gets up at like 3:30 in the morning. So for me to have the TV on, which I did last night, I know he wanted to like kill me. It's just like he can't get a good night's sleep. So we had been reading to wind down, and that actually makes me fall asleep pretty fast and very soundly. So I don't think there was any routine to any of that, but those are some of the things we're doing lately.
I think there was. Yeah. I picked up on it. Yeah. I think that's it's like finding the things that set your mood to sleep, like makes a big difference. I feel like this, I've heard about like red light, you know, using like red light bulbs instead of like regular light bulbs. Yep. And I don't have that necessarily, but I have those pink, like Himalayan salt lamps that I think are kind of similar in hue. And really so that like knocks me right out. Like that lamp and a book, I'm like gone.
The reading, I'm just like, like one page. I'm like, oh wow, this isn't going to be read very fast.
No, I've noticed like, I feel like you can feel the difference in your brain between looking at the phone before bed and reading. It's like, looking at the phone, I could stay up for another hour, but a book like puts you out right away. It's crazy.
And I noticed I wake up better. Like, I think I would get on my phone pretty much half asleep. So it's like I wake up fully and then start my day, and it's like way more refreshing. So that's like a big win, is like just keeping my phone out of the bedroom like once bedtime happens. I know that's hard for people.
I think I should try that.
Yeah, like, it's really, really calming.
Yeah,
I recommend it.
I'm gonna try that.
It is a little hard. I'm like, are my kids texting me? Like, is anything wrong? But like, I sort of let that go.
Yeah. It's like once upon a time we did like without our phone.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what my parents did, like not being able to track me on the phone. Right. And I would leave at like 7 a.m. and not get back till 9 p.m. Like how did my mom deal with that?
Crazy. Crazy. Man. Well, this was fun. I like talking about all this. Let me see here. We have some giveaways to talk about. So Carly, can you show us what we were giving away last week? I mean, what we're giving away this week, but from last week's episode?
Yeah. So here is our little drink bundle basket. like mirrored, so I don't know which way to do it.
It's
That's
so
okay. Just
cute.
Yeah, you did the
Yeah.
best job with that. I
Yes.
love
Thank you. I saw the shaker and I just had to do something with it.
Work around it, yeah.
Yeah, it's so cute.
I wanted to be like a person that could use. I don't really make drinks, but I want to be a person that makes drinks. But then I want to like hand them out.
I feel like it's a good skill to have.
So when I met Jody, just fun fact, he was bartending at Schaefer's and had been bartending for a really long time. So like I don't know drink recipes, but like he always does. He's like my personal bartender. It's
Ooh.
a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that is nice. So let's see who's gonna win this amazing basket.
Yes. Let me zoom in here. Okay.
Go,
Roberto.
Roberto. Oh, that's fun. I can drop it off with your other package that I have that I forgot to give you yesterday. That's
Oh,
really
that's
fun. Congratulations, Roberto.
Yeah, this is great. Okay, let me take this screen down. Oh, good. Okay, awesome. And then we have another giveaway, not to draw today, but if you would like a chance to win a Visa gift card, you can do the usual comment on this post, like this post, share this post, and you could comment one of your like routines or comment anything at all, and we'll respond.
Yeah, like-
but first,
What do you have to do in the morning? Maybe
Right.
something like
your day.
Something that's like part of your day. Yeah.
Yes, like must be. Okay, cool. I'm excited to see the comments. Cool. Well, thanks guys for sharing today.
good to
is
see you
fun.
again.
Yes, and see you
Sure.
guys again soon.
We'll talk soon.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
Bye.
Bye.